Hi, I'm Pam Carriker, and I'm here demonstrating at the Gel Press booth. I'm a mixed media artist, and I love to do art journaling. So my focus when I'm using the Gel Press is to make some decorative papers and things that I'll tear up later and use as collage in my art journal. So we're going to make some grungy papers. Right now you can see this palette has not been cleaned off. It's from the previous person that was working at the station, which I love because this is not my color palette. So I'm going to be using my color palette on top, and eventually it'll incorporate some of this into it, which I think is really cool. First I'm going to go on here, and I like to build some layers. So I'm going to use some StazOn ink and use a stamp and just ink it up here. And I'm going to stamp this directly onto the plate in a few places just to get some design going. It'll dry on there, and it's completely fine because the paint will pull it off later, so it's not going to hurt your gel press plate at all. Add a little paint. This is Dina Wakely's paint. Never tried it before. It looks amazing. She has great colors, so shout out to Dina. Kudos to her. Oh, look at that. That is really pretty. Okay, so the first plate, thing that I pull up, I'm usually just pulling up to get some color on a piece of paper. So sometimes I won't use a stencil or anything. I'll just pull up some paint. And let's see, I'll do the reveal this way, so you get to see it before me. Let's see how that, see that's kind of coming up, and you get a little bit of the other paint that's on there in there. And I'll just set that off to the side to dry because I'm going to want to pull that in later. Right now I have a little bit of paint on here, and I have that stamp underneath it. So I want to do another print to pull some of that stamp stuff. And you also get some really lovely paint on your hands when you do this, kind of fun, like finger painting. Okay, so let's do this. Pull this one up. Now you see how you're getting the stamped part pulled up on it, and it's just going to pull everything pretty much off that plate. But look at these cool striations that were on there before. And so I would consider that. I probably wouldn't do a lot more to this piece because I think that would be really cool collage material. So you kind of just play back and forth, and the pieces that don't have something really cool on them, you can leave off to the side and keep the pieces that are really cool. And you just keep working off the pieces that are not so cool. But right now I'm kind of cleaning my brayer off on the edges, and that'll help make this edge really cool, and we'll use that later. So now I'm going to grab some of this yellow color. This is also from Dina Wakely's brand new colors, which are very beautiful. I'm going to roll out a thin layer of that. Kind of wipe my brayer off a little bit and just keep building on the side there. Now I'm going to use, let's grab one of these. There's some really cool little rubber. These are like reverse stamps. They're kind of cool because they're made for gel press or printing. So it's going to, when you lift the print, it's going to be as if you stamped onto it instead of stamping an image and getting the kind of the reverse of that image. So the text and everything comes out the right way. So I'm going to lift that. And this is really light here, but it should hopefully pop really well against this turquoise. Let's see if we can get that to show up. It's always fun experimenting on camera when you haven't tried the colors or the paints before, but let's just see, how does this work? Well, that's kind of pretty. So that has you can kind of see the design on there. So depending on the color combinations, it could show up more, but I love these two colors against each other. And we're not going for perfect, we're going for interesting pieces. So I'm going to keep building off of that. I really like that. Let's go for a little white in here, and actually let's stamp a little more on here. Just add a little more stamping, and this time we'll put a stencil down. So let's do a little of this white. I like to go back and forth with color, and then always bring like a light white or an off-white back in, so you're pulling and pushing with the paper that's actually underneath everything. So, and you don't have to ink off a perfect amount of space. So sometimes I'll just ink a little bit. So I'm just going to ink in here. Wipe, 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 wipe. And let's use a stencil. I also do something kind of weird with my stencils. I cut them up. So I cut off borders, and I cut up little pieces of stencils and stuff to use. with the jelly plate, and it gives you some interesting little bits and pieces for collage material. So just kind of lay them out. And the first one that I pull is usually not, I'm going to just put it over here. It's not usually my favorite. I like what's left after you pull the design off. So pull that up and see you get some interesting little bits and pieces. But my favorite is when you take this up and have that to work off of. So let's just put it right over the top of this and see what we get. Normally I would mix quite so many different things together, but we're just playing with stuff here. But see how that pulls up? And you get like the relief of that. So it's kind of cool, and it's pulling up little bits of the stamp again. So every layer you make, it just keeps adding more and more cool stuff to it. So let's take this and just do some pieces. Some more. So you can just keep adding and adding and adding until it gets the way you like it. Now I'm going to pull some of this side stuff up because that stuff is super cool. Yes, hello. We share toys here. See how you can pull the dry up? So that's just dry stuff on the side, dry paint and stuff, and you can just pull it off. That's why you don't want to clean them. Sometimes you need a little bit of wet to do it. That's why you don't need to clean these off, because those things give you this nice pops of surprise. Let's add a little bit of off-white over here and get some of this pulled up. So sometimes you can pull it right up. Sometimes you need to add a little paint. Just depends. We're in Phoenix. It's very dry here. Thankfully. So let's do that. Let's try to pull a piece of this up. It would be really cool to yeah, there we go. I'm just pulling some of it up, and then I just keep working it. See how that's pulling even a little more, getting down to those colors. It's really cool because it's very organic, so you can start with playing without real intention to what it's going to be and get some of these organic parts going, and then you can go to add on a more final image. So see how you're getting all those little goodies pulled up and stuff that are really cool. Now if I wanted to do something a little more intentional, let's do a light background. Let's do this. Okay, we'll do something with more of an image to it. So let's grab. So this is a stencil, girl stencil. This is one of my designs. It's a halo with a person on it. So let's pull. I want to pull away the excess. This is going to be kind of my throwaway print. I'm not going to throw it away though. I'll keep it and use it for other stuff. That would be an image, right? But I'm going to leave that on there, and now I'm going to add some blue. Clean off my brayer just a bit here so I don't make too much green. And then I'm going to go over the top. And then I'm going to lift this. And then you can also, if you wanted to, stamp into it or anything like that, just to get some designs, you could add some stamping or whatever to grunge it up a little. And then you can pull this. So see how you can get just the image off of it then. So different ways that you can play. So you can, really honestly, there's no limit to what you can do with them, and you can just keep layering and layering and going until you can't go anymore. So, and I would use this too. I put this on another piece, so you just keep going back and forth. So very fun playing with you guys. Hope you enjoy Gel Press.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to give our video a thumbs up and subscribe to Scrap Time videos on YouTube. In the meantime, here are a couple other videos you might be interested in watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.